Hey ladies and gentlemen, hi and welcome. Today I'm streaming a match between BeNe and Russia. BeNe is the team that I play with in this tournament. I won't be playing against them today, so I will kind of be rooting for them. I hope you don't mind. And Russia is supposedly a very strong team themselves. So we'll be seeing a lot of good stuff happening today. Um, Let me just check if oh, it's not live yet. Let me just check if my settings are doing it okay. Yep, should be all there, so I'm gonna do my streamer thing again. Here we go, it is live. BeNe starts out with 2 infantry, 3 cav and 3 archers, whereas Russia would do 6 cav strat with 2 archers. Now with Sweden, you have your crossbows set up with a shield and a sword anyway, even if you spawn early. So they can also play infantry if needed, and that's why it's not really wise to play infantry on this map. But infantry of Sweden have bigger hit points, and they do more damage. So it's something to be considered along with their really strong ult bikes. If you can hand down some ult bikes to the cav, as Swedians, you got a good thing going on. But it looks like Russia is going to stick out with the 6 cav strat. They have a lot of possession right now, as third flag doesn't spawn back here anymore, but it spawns in the field over there between those hay stacks. Russia's setting up at the stone bridge, is way in the background. And ruins area. They have 1 cav in the back, just to support either parties if either are going to be pushed. The BeNes are doing the main setup of what everyone is used to. And that is the lone tree, the small forest, and the big forest. They are in luck and they have the flag right here. So BeNe is going to look to set up. Dr. Donor and LaRue are already on the stone bridge. They were going to push those guys out, but as the flag has spawned, they kind of miscalculated this one, because they should have seen that it was almost flag spawn time and should have dropped back. Sotomar dismounted there as he wants to go in infantry fights, so that's very interesting, as they have a mounted cav that actually plays as infantry. Now Russia is taking it very good as they approach them in one big chunk. And BeNe was kind of struggling as they were setting up for the flag. Now everybody that was way in the back have caught up to the big forest. And Shock is really happy right there, as he can be shooting from the outside without anyone contesting him. I think Russia is doing the better part right here because of this side. BeNe is just fighting out of the big forest, and they weren't fighting together. So I think Donor and LaRue kind of like initiated a big mistake right there by not dropping back, or not having the timer in sight, which is a huge mistake. They had all benefit of the flag, but they kind of threw it away. Alexander takes down T, and Kellerman is the last person alive. Not much he can do, and Sotomar takes him down, bringing Russia 1 point ahead. Guys, feel free to say anything in my chat. I'm might read them out. I might answer your questions while I'm streaming, because doing this as a hobby and a passion, so anything goes. Russia not changing up their tactics at all. And I'm trying to look for upgrades here, because at least 4 of them haven't died. And I don't really see it at first point. I don't know that much about Cav, so maybe they have. Oh, it looks like Monk has gotten the boots. Maybe like a heavy lance, I'm not sure. Strong, very interesting. Fighting with the free bow. Shock, sorry. Is shooting with the free bow. But he's got the steel bolts for it, so he believes that the bolt power is greater damage, which isn't a fact. Sotomart and Griffin have done a good job by pushing already. They got a lot of Cav support right here. As you can see on the minimap, there's like a few guys of BeNe that is still behind. One in Big Forest, and 2 that are crossing now from Little Forest, which Dirty Monk, Max, and Alexander are taking care of. So BeNe is kind of dropping back into the wall area, and I can tell you now, this is something we haven't trained, so it's not going to be looking good for BeNe from this point on. Flag spawns in 10 seconds, and let's see what happens. So far, BeNe hasn't taken a single hit yet, as where Russia has taken a few. So the damage really lies on them. LaRue is gonna stick with Kais, I think it was, with Dooner on the wall right there. They might even push up a little bit. And everyone is kind of shifting forward, but as you can see on the minimap, the Cav of Russia are coming way behind them. Dirty Monk and Max are trying to cut off the people that are still behind. Ooh, Caesar getting a couch up there, which I missed. But what I'm more interested in is this coordination of Russia, which is just perfect. And they come in, and now the Cav of Russia are gonna do big damage right here. LaRue gets hit and a shot straight after. Caesar is also doing a good job on BeNe side kill-wise. And T is trying to support like everyone he can. But Dirty Monk and Alexander are also right there to help him out. Alexander just circling, taking what he can get. And it's only 2 people of Russia left, which is 2 Cav. I think that Durner is safe on the flag, and if I was Russia, I would just go to safety right now. Kellerman is kind of chasing. There's no need for that. Trying to pick up everything on the floor that other team members have dropped while dying, and upgrading it that way. LaRue is still hoping for a few shots here, but as you can see on the minimap, they're kind of like far away. It's very tight, very interesting first rounds. Alexander managed to get very big warhorse here, as he has a 6-0 at the moment, which is a very good score. LaRue is the only one so far I've noticed that has been upgrading, and Violet has done a good job on upgrading as well. Now, what I noticed is that a lot of people in matches, like they either, if it's such a close round, they completely forget about upgrading. But if you don't upgrade, it is pretty well. you kind of like lose a lot of health or a lot of armor, which protects your health. You can survive for longer. Sometimes it can save you from a backstab or so. So when I see people not upgrading, kinda bugs me. Looks like the BeNes are all going to Stone Bridge, which is it's again not a tactic we've practiced. So I hope for the best here. Russia's sticking in groups of 4. They have 2 dismounted cav, which is Siphon and Sodomart. And depending where they want the battle is where they are going to be dismounting. Griffin is trying to contest this as he's going up to the stone bridge. And everyone of BeNe is just dropping back. Except LaRue and Donor. Flag has spawned. And I want to see what Donor and LaRue make of this, because they're both really good in their own classes. Fight is pretty much scattered all over the place, and this is not a good strat on this map. T is throwing a very good jab at Griffin, which was harassing Donor for a bit. And as I said, T is doing a hella good job of supporting, but got dismounted there by Max. Looks like Russia is sticking a little bit more together cav-wise, and BeNe is just so split up. LaRue made a smart choice of going down the bank, and he pays off for it right now. The reason he did that was because he saw a lot of cav coming, and he just like puts them in a bad situation, because as a cav you really hate fighting down there. So Donor and LaRue really pulled it off with the possibilities they had, made the right choices. Some pickup kills coming in, and Max is the last guy alive. T is trying to chase him, but Kellerman with Chavs behind him, that is calling out for a team kill right there. Keller is doing a really good job. Like holding down that guy, and I think T did once again a good support. Stole that cav, and together they really did it. Just let me flash the screen real quickly. Okay, Russia is already pushing in. Sorry about that, I was kind of like wandering off of my mind. Russia is already pushing in, but they decided dropping back right here. And the flag spawned in the field. Now this is going to be very interesting, as Both teams are equally close, but the benefit of the riverbank is that Cav can have a hard time. Kais and Violet are both archers, and hopefully they spread out. They don't really spread out, so it's gonna be a bad crossfire. Goldrad Deer was doing a good job for the anti-Cav. And Kai's got a nice shot on Max, which is gonna be key, because Max has been doing such a great job as Cav for the Russians. T, once again, he is really good in switching targets, and I feel like T is definitely stepping it up. He's also the commander on the BeNe side, so with a score of 6-2 and commanding and being Cav, that is really good prestige from him. But nonetheless, I think everyone played well as Russia. We're in our first break. And as I usually do, I'm gonna play some music. So let me just change the score as well while I'm at it.
Just give me space to breathe. Let me see inside the darkness, just to wash away the fear. The cold surrounds me now, in a sea of lines and doubts. The moment life's about, it's quiet now. All I hear is raindrops. 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 Quiet now, all I hear is raindrops.
Okay guys, it looks like I'm live again. I picked it up a little late, so sorry about that. So Russia, mistake here, and scores are wrong. There we go. Russia is with a 1-3 behind And looks like BeNe has gone for 2 infantry, 3 cav, 3 archers. They're pretty much taking this hillside here with the stone bridge. Alexander is being a sneaky cav on their side. And Russia taking 3 infantry and 4 cav. Now that is calling out for a Jav heavy set. And they are gonna want to fight on the flag with this setup. Now what BeNe should do is fight ranged, so Hall and Dooner have to stay back a little bit. Let me just check if you can hear my voice. Yeah, you can. Okay, sorry about that. Being a little clumsy. I'm a little rusty at streaming. Doing a lot of matches lately. So the flag spawns in favor of BeNe as they have the high ground and they have the ranged, whereas Russia only has Griffin, and I'll try to spot Griffin because he's going to be a very key element to getting this flag right. Alexander is just throwing away his jabs. LaRue and Dooner is trying to push him back. And Russia's going under and over. They're not looking to get that flag at all, which is for at the moment this is a good move. But like at 35 seconds ish, they should really go towards the flag. Kais has gone into melee and he's fighting Griffin with his good friend and Belgian buddy. Kellerman is trying to help him out. And Kais gets that kill. Now the big fight is happening on the bridge, and this is very awkward, as usually you have people contesting all over the place, and this is an open map, so you're not forcing it on a bridge. BeNe is holding up very well, and Russia may have to cut their losses and try to go for flag right now, which they have. 35 seconds in, this is the moment I said they should have dropped back. Max is kind of counter raising that flag, and if he can get it a little bit higher than BeNe, then that's good. He gets killed trying to do it, and Alexander is the only cav alive, and he's gonna save his horse. First round goes to BeNe, and if they play it right, Swadia can upgrade big time. They only lost 2 people, I believe. Let me just check that by scores. Yeah, they have. And that's a good start. Like, you don't want Swadian to get in tier 3. If they get there, then they're really, really hard to stop. See that BeNe is doing a setup that we have practiced before, which is big forest, that hillside, the castle up there, which is violet, and stone bridge is the other one. So Kais will be there. This is our routine. With this, we try to aim for the flag either being in the middle or right here. If it's in like in between these forests right there, then it's like the hardest flag to get. And I have confidence that this will be another round. But once again, I play for BeNe, and kind of like pushing towards them. Usually I'm neutral, but this is a very, very important match because it decides who is the second and first of the group fights on the Nations Cup. So it is very, very important that Russia wins and also that BeNe wins. And so it's different if you have to fight under pressure. Now, knowing a few Russians, they're very relaxed guys, so I don't know if Russians have the same pressure of the BeNe people. setup at the moment is Dirty Monk and Max sticking together again, and the other two Cav, which would be Alexander and check Vityas, who are at the village. And they're gonna start closing in, as you see on the minimap. And this is a situation where what we trained in. Violet moved up the wall. Ruru gets behind Stonebridge, and Kai should be on the hill. Farsang saying in chat that the BeNe faces are interesting. Might go for some faces in the next round. Ooh, guys gets a kill. Alexander tries to cross the bridge, and once again T with nice support here as he dismounts Alex trying to cross it, and Golradir picks that one up. So T is doing a huge thing, like not killing wise, but supporting. He's really out there. Some bumps going on the flag. Ooh, Sudamar unlucky by his jab right there as he was trying to aim it towards Kellerman. Dirty Monk gets stopped by Dooner, which is great. Kellerman trying to come in over bump, succeeds and sees her in the back. T coming by the side gets that kill. Violet gets that shot right up here as Golradir was fighting him. And this one goes to BeNe. Now this is where some people in BeNe come in tier 3. I'm talking about T and Kais, Dooner, Kellerman and Larue. As you can see, Kais is really pimped up. T hasn't upgraded as much. Who else did I say? Kellerman. Hasn't upgraded that much either. And Larue, he's got his stuff going on as well. All BeNe has to hope for is getting that flag behind them once again, or in the field. I'm not sure about Russia. Oh, I said I was gonna do some faces here first, so let's try to do that. This is the grass, you cannot see it that well. He's trying to hide behind it as well. Kellerman right here. His eyes are kind of really spread out. T. Looks like he needs glasses. He's got a nice mustache going. Violet is also on the grass, you can see it. Gold, sick mustache. Caius. Alexander. Looks like the most normal guy I've met so far. Always greeting me. It's like he knows. Dooner, been there already. Geller, been there. Just normal. I like Griffin's mustache as well. It's not bad. Dirty Monk. Kinda has like the same expression on his face as Raiden does. Silvers. Very small chin here by Max. I like that. Anyway, the flag is spawned there again, so normally LaRue should have backed out. He has. Kai should be behind the stone bridge, which isn't, but he's a very solo player. So you don't have to tell him much what to do, just adapts. I think he picked it up from Legends playing like that. But he does a hella good job of it, and that's why he's playing a lot in the BeNe team. The Russians are pushing kinda unsynchronized here, as 2 infantry are already on the flag, but there's not a single cav support. There's 1 cav, Dirty Monk, 2 cav, sorry, Max trying to like push down the archers a little bit. But BeNe has 3 archers, so whatever archer is not in the fight is probably supporting the other one. LaRue takes down Dirty Monk's horse. Caesar is just picking it up one by one right here. And LaRue might be a little in trouble as he's fighting Danny Monk. Violet should come in and help him out, as he does. This is the shot, but LaRue gets that kill. Fight on the flag was in favor of BeNe so far, but it's turned towards Russia for a split second. Ooh, Sotomar, that's the second team kill I've seen so far. And he gets Caesar down, which is a very big gain. Because Caesar was doing so many kills last round, and he had that Warhorse already. So let me just check how much he's up ahead right now. He's 6-2, the third round. Right, BeNe is coming out again. Caesar looks to be AFK for a little bit right here. It's back. Kaius is once again on that side of the bridge. Golradir is the hidden ninja right there. Just call him and he'll be there. I'll try to do this round from Russia's perspective because I've been commentating a lot on how BeNe is doing. It's mainly because I know what they do, what they have planned and how they execute it. Russia is pushing up all together, although they leave Sotomar quite behind at the moment. You got Violet on the wall, as you can see, with the little text, and trying to force the fight in the big forest, but LaRue and Dooner were there, and once again they have backed off. I like that Russia has done an early push this time, because now BeNe is only having that hill, so they only have one flag in favor. Though LaRue and Dooner are coming back up again. And Russia is kinda not doing any good tactics here. They have the 3 infantry, which I would have switched up if I was their commander. Because they're not winning it on the infight, so why not try to win it on something else? But you only have the players who you have, so you gotta take a choice in what to do. Kellerman is trying to come from the back here. And might try to get Max if he doesn't cross fast enough. Sifon kinda spots him like last second. Kellerman pushes back. Griffin is the only archer and he's shooting on the bridge right there, so T decides to abandon him. Golradir and Violet are slowly going towards the flag. This leaves Griffin in a bad position as his team is dying and he's way too far. Russia tries to get closer, and they have taken the flag once again. If Griffin can get a little closer as well, that would be good. Kaius is now pressuring on him, so Kaius is gonna go back down Griffin. The fights have to be won by Russia, which hasn't. And only 4 Russians alive. LaRue and Kellerman are trying to get that one on the hill. Max is the one on the flag, goes down to T. And Griffin, the last guy alive, probably because he's way out of place, is gonna get hammered down by Kellerman. And it is a 4-0 to BeNe. And that will bring us to the map change, which is probably gonna take around 5 minutes. So once again, I'll play a little song for you guys. And I'll get some water because the throat is really dry from talking the whole time. I'll see you in a bit.
somebody in and give them all I've got. You have taken me to another place. I look into your eyes and I wanna bringing me closer, closer to myself. Yeah, yeah. You're bringing me closer, closer to myself, running away from love. I never stay alone. So if you were by my side, I'd feel this love strong. You have taken me to another place. I look into your eyes and I wanna So I listen to my heart this time around, and I won't let my own fears bring me down. You're bringing me closer.
Sorry to cut down the music there, but it looks like we're going live. And I was just on break on the start of a breakup in that music scene. So bad timing of me and the game. Just setting up my streamer thingies. Bear with me for a second, and we are good to go. First side is this is Sandy Bush, made by Captain Lust, also a co-streamer. He's linked in my Twitch. check him out for sure. He has the sickest streamer mod, and he's really big time professional of this kind of stuff if you're into that. So this is Sandy Bush made by him, and the teams, the nations rather, are Russia against BeNe, which is Belgium and Netherlands, an alliance. Now Russia start out with Rodogs, and they have chosen to go for 5 infantry, 2 crossbowmen, and a cavalry. And BeNe with the Saracens have the same setup, but they don't have crossbows, they have archers. Archers shoot faster, but less strong. And looks like BeNe has gone with a classic graveyard setup, whereas Russia has really spread out. They're from here to here, and here, and around here, so they got a long spread. The possibilities for them to do big time damage is definitely reality. But sadly enough, the flag spawns in the graveyard, so Russia has to do a strat to push up that graveyard. You got LaRue up top trying to shoot down, and looks like they're gonna go for the right side. Trying to raise this ladder right here, and Broomstick is with LaRue up here to contest them. They got 4 people rushing the flag, which is usually not done. So this is gonna bring out a lot of surprises on the BeNe side. Sotomart takes down Besom, and a lot of BeNes are trying to contest it. LaRue is now up top with Max alone, and they are the people that have got the game in their hands, as they will be changing the scenarios. BeNe is just slaughtering everything that came down there, and there's only Russ and Max fighting outside. See if I can get him in view. Oh, he's down already. And Max, who was fighting with LaRue, but didn't make it for a long time, as Caesar knocked him off the platform, and Kellerman did a jump hit on him, which I caught just the last second. Russia with the same setup as well as BeNe. And although Russia has a perfect setup at the moment, it really came down to that flag spawn, because I believe the setup that Russia has is the good one. Like, this is the setup I would choose as a commander as well, as a team as well. They pretty much have 2 out of 3 flags, and as a benefit, depending what BeNe does, of course. But it's sad to see that yeah, that they just don't have the luck. Like, I think that's a thing that has a lot to do with it. My keyboard is stuck at the moment, so it's floating forward. Oh, here we go. Thanks for tuning in, people. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I like to think I know what I'm doing in this game, and hopefully I can answer those questions. Flag spawns in favor of Russia. Now BeNe, as you can see on the minimap, is rushing out through its spawn. They're gonna come around this corner any second. Russia is completely prepared for that. There's two people crossing the middle, as you can see on the minimap, which is LaRue and Dooner once again. Mega Man is right there as Cav on standby. Russia has a few people in the back, and that's where LaRue and Dooner are gonna come from. They are backing out, and here they're backing out, and this execution is just perfect from BeNe. There's not much that Russia can do, as they are completely outnumbered from every single side right now. Russia is though winning this one, which is kind of odd. But Dooner is doing his part on his side together with LaRue. And I think if BeNe comes together a little bit more, or Russia comes together anymore, then that nation will win. They may not split up. If they split up, they're gonna lose. Griffin is walking away from Siphon is walking away from Griffin, which is a bad choice. Griffin has to go on Kai's as he's an archer. Kellerman takes down Siphon. Mega Man has a really nice hit there. Kai should have finished that one. Once again, Kai should have finished that one. Kai is definitely not taking his role as Mega Man is trying to do all he can. And he finishes it himself, so that is very well played from Mega Man upon Griffon. I think Russia could have taken that round, but because of the perfect execution, like they both showed up around the corner. I'm talking BeNe. They showed up right here, and LaRue and Dooner with Mega Man showed up right here at the same time. So it's a huge conflict in TeamSpeak when that happens. Teams should be preparing for this, but every single time, like in my personal experience, every single time that has happened, it just gets so hectic. Like you have to call out the Cav that's coming from behind, which was Mega Man, and just look forward as well because you don't want to look away from 5 troops. Which, 2 of them were archers. No, 1 of them was an archer. So yeah. Russia taking a defensive position right here. Max is still doing his left side push. Got a little question coming out here. What do you think of Legion 46? We have a few players in BeNe who play for Legion 46. That would be Sigis, Kani, Schmiegel, and oh god, I'm always forgetting one. Well, I'm gonna stay with these 3, but we have a few in our team that are from Legion 46. I have played with and against Legion 46, not only against in big competitive matches and also in archer duels. I believe they have some really solid players, but they're not battle mode players, and they could use team training definitely, because I feel like they just push left or right and that's it, and they don't look behind them. So it's my opinion. I could be wrong. There's over 100 members in there, and I've only seen a few of them. But from people that represent it that I've seen, that's my opinion. LaRue is in a perfect spot right there as they're pushing them back up. And this is exactly what BeNe wants right here. As Russia's just splitting off every single direction. BeNe is following them up, getting them down. LaRue is just taking shots up there as he's uncontested. Drops down to get Max together with T, and hopefully they see Sodomar behind him. Sodomar is gonna be in big trouble here as Max dies straight away. If he would have stayed alive a little bit longer, I think that Russia might have taken him. T is on calf duty as he has his bamboo spear out, and there's small fights going on all over the place. Now LaRue is kind of sticking with T, which is a very smart thing to do. Goes down. It's a 2v2 right here. Dooner gets it, and he's going for the shield stun. Well, sure as hell stun them. Griffin is not going anywhere. And T gets that last kill on Sifam. Sotomar throwing out that Dooner is on 7-0, 8-0. If you don't notice, I, in my personal opinion, think that Dooner is probably one of the best active infantry in this game at this point. He's playing with Malta, who's a German clan. The Knights of Malta, they're called. Despite their name, they are German. And these guys have really good players in it, especially infantry-wise. Kellerman is also to be noticed with a 6-1. Russia is kind of spreading the kills. That's a good sign of teamwork, but sadly it's never falling in their favor. An early push going on here by Russia, and look at the minimap, how they are engaging it. It's very, very interesting. Like staying back with 4 people, but yet attacking with 3 people. Ooh, hella good shot from Red War. And this man's Mega Man right there. Red War really showing himself out. Griffin is already on the ladder, and Kellerman is right there to support Rubber. Red War has a shot on Rubber. This guy is being a beast. He has a heavy crossbow with steel bolts, but prefers to go with the crappier shields. Probably not a good sword either. BeNe is pushing out, and the fight is happening outside right now. This is not what Russia was expecting. They were probably just waiting for that split push to happen. Fights once again are going back and forth, and it really comes down to whoever stays closest to each other is gonna win. Right now that is Russia, as they have Dooner and T fighting on their own. Max gets a hella nice shot right there, and Red War finishes Dooner off with that. Despite being in BeNe, I'm very, very glad to see Russia taking this one, because they really deserve that. They stuck together way longer, way faster, and they just like switched targets among their archers, which is a good thing, a very good sign. And teamwork wise, I think overall this set on this map, Russia should have won it. But it is a 3-1 towards BeNe for this set, and that will change my score, as you can see on the scoreboard, to a 10-2. Technically, Russia already lost, but I love how they still have the fighting spirit. I really, really like these guys, and I really love seeing them fight. Again, set change, so music's up. I'll change it back when we are going live. Okay, it looks like we're going back live. It was a very fast spawn change. I think Russia realized that they have already lost, so maybe they want to finish it quick. Nice. BeNe is playing Rodox. They have 5 infantry, 2 archers, 2 crossbows, and a cav, which is the same setup that Russia had. And Russia is doing it differently with Saranets as towards BeNe was playing earlier. They are going with 2 cav, 2 archers, and 4 infantry. And Russia was going for a quick fight towards the alleys, but BeNe has done the graveyard push, so they both went to do the aggressive fight, which is usually you go to the left on competitive because that's the safe lane. And both of them did the aggressive one, so they didn't meet each other, which was probably their intention. LaRue is up there shooting a little bit. I think he hit someone already. Possibly the archer. Let me check. Is that a bolt in him? Yeah, that is. So Udalik is the one who got hit by LaRue already. And not sure about Griffin. Flag spawns in favor of BeNe. And Russia sticking very close together this time. I love seeing this. They're trying to do the split push, but they went in already while their archers are still raising the ladder, so that is no good. They're kind of waiting for it as the ladder is up. Oh, and there it is. There's Siphon at max. So far so good, as the only kills are for Russia. And despite their missynchronization, this could be a whitewash. Dunner gets 1 kill. Sonomart flies in there with her outer swing. And Dirty Monk did a very sick bump stab right there. I have to be confident to do that, because when I try that stuff I usually fly through them and hit the wall or something like that, like he's doing right now. The Russians are realizing just now that the BeNes are pushing through on their spawn, on the alleys, and Russia has to drop back a little bit. They're outnumbered, so BeNe is playing very aggressive here. Max and Udalak are a little behind, but catching up right now. T takes down the first kill, and usually a first kill is very important in high level matches, as you will see in a few. Max uncontested, just shooting about, but he needs to make it count right now. He does get one. Max is shooting very well from his point of view, but it was a little hectic to get all the shots through. And gets the last guy as well, so well played from Max on this round for sure, and well played for the Russians, who are outnumbered and yet still surviving that. Siphon is upgrading, and Griffin is already walking up. What Griffin doesn't know is that the horrific BeNe team is right there again. So he has to drop back. And there's a Cav coming in from behind right now. Mega Man is gonna push him away. Oh, BeNe. This is interesting. BeNe are pushing back just enough so they can go to the ladder where LaRue is set up, and the Russians are completely falling for it. The Russians were completely baited out, but then Max with that double headshot. Then BeNe has messed up their strat again by pushing out around that corner where LaRue nor Caius could help him out. And these three infantry, Caius was playing in. Dooner and Caesar realized this, that they were around the corner without support, so they dropped back, and this probably saved their lives as they're hanging on the edge. LaRue is overchecking mid, and Caius should be overchecking the left side here as he's a crossbow as well. There's no point of them staying on the ladder right there. One person is showing their head, which is Max. That's very risky. But Max is a good shot, so he's allowed to take it. Flag has spawned, and BeNe wants to do this as quick as possible. Because if they have time to set up, they're in trouble. Ooh, Sipon with a surprise around the corner, but his reach was just out of bounds, so he didn't get it. Kai is suppressing Max up there, and now Dooner is coming up with the shield stun. Oh, he's just going for the upper slash. Takes around to BeNe though. And Caesar gets the credit for that one, for pulling back in time around that corner and leading their guys with him. Griffin, Max, sorry, very noticeable as he's got 5 kills already together with Sodomart. So these two guys are really standing out on this set. Again, an early push and a question from the chat, which I will answer right after this push. 30 Monk going solo into that to get Beeson down. But now again, BeNe has that benefit because they are around the corner. Sadly enough, nobody was set up on that ladder. And or Caius or LaRue should go and set it up. LaRue decides to go in infantry, so Caius is probably going to be the one setting up. Max just shooting about. He's crazy at the moment. I hope he still has arrows left. Caesar, once again, being a smart guy, drops back at the last inch of his health. And this time he has a few more people that would follow him up, not going around that corner. I love what Russia is doing right now. They're not waiting for the flag. They're just gonna be a man about it and push up as close as they can. Griffin gets a very nice shot on Caius. This gives them the upper ground. BeNe knows this and they start rushing towards the backside. Max will be in trouble as BeNe is moving into the graveyard. Hopefully LaRue or Dooner can make it. LaRue is not there in time and Dooner is backing him up but is fighting already. Griffin gets a nice shot. Again, Griffin is the game changer on this one right here. But T is coming right at him and he didn't see it. Alexander gets a nice bump hit and it still could be anyone's game. Alexander gets that kill, gets a second one, and only Dooner is left. Max backs out so he can get that shot. And knowing Max... Oh! Holy crap, Dooner dropped down with the last inch of his health and before he could meet, he's fallen deaf. Max gets that shot. But he gets that kill anyway. Alright, so the total score is 11-3. I really like how Russia pushed back that score a little bit on the last set. And maybe if the first or second set would have gone differently, the output would have been differently. But that's the thing about competitive play, you can be as good as you want, no matter what. Some days you'll have bad games, and probably Russia having a bad one today. Let me just mute the game sound real quick. Here we go. So the question that came in that I was going to answer was, who are the best members of Legion 46 you've seen so far? Kibi, infantry, and someone with a TB or something, or Timmy. He's a good guy as well. I know they have sick archery, like Chaff is probably a famous one. But I couldn't call out the names as I'm bad with names, and I've not met a single good gaff on Legion 46. But with 100+ members, I'm really arrogant to call out like saying these guys, you know. So I don't know all of them, and I would feel bad if I miss out somebody who has actually got good talent and stuff. So yeah. Everyone else, thanks for watching. It was very interesting for me as well because, well, as I mentioned 10 times before, I play with BeNe and I hope to get as far as we can. Maybe I'll be doing some more streams, but I'm doing it like really easy mode at the moment, so I'm only announcing them the day itself. Subscribe if you want to know. I think you get like a pop-up when I'm about to stream or something. And have a good evening. Bye.